What's up, people?
So hi
Welcome.
guys, I'm taking the lead today.
Oh yeah, no vex.
Hi guys, welcome to the Shrine Podcast. And as you already know, this is Jemima. And then I'm here with, what's your name? Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just like, okay,
yeah,
sis.
so I'm here with
Akindare.
Okay, yeah.
Akindare. That's I don't know. Is it that you forgot my name or what?
No, I wanted you to say your name by yourself. Like use your hand to do yourself.
Right.
So use your mouth to actually.
That's a bit animalistic.
I'm sorry, what? Where did I even come from? Oh God.
Anyways.
Okay, so
Welcome to
this
the podcast,
is
guys.
episode 3. So we're
3K.
excited. We're still doing this. Yeah, it's 3 now. This
Not
is the
three.
third
The
episode.
first one na pilot, na
Oh, the
testing,
first one was
testing.
testing. Oh, so this is episode 2.
Should be episode 2.
Okay, well, this is another episode. So welcome to
Another-
another episode
Okay.
of the Shrine Podcast.
Welcome, guys.
Yeah. And as you already know, this is like a safe space, talk about any and everything, talk about what has happened in the week, talk about our own personal week and any other gist, basically.
Yes, all those things I always dragging on Twitter. They can't break them down for you.
Yeah, not break it down, but
Yeah,
give our
but,
own perspective. Because when you say break it down, now people would, want to hear something very wholesome coming out of our mouth. But we both know
very wholesome.
But we both know that, this is just
Like
based,
SMA good.
this is based on our own personal experiences, yeah? So it's
Okay.
important that, but we just talk about it from our own view.
Over a bottle of wine.
Yeah, over a bottle of wine. So that's like a tradition.
was your week?
How was your week? I said
I went
I am
first.
taking the lead.
Okay, sorry, Mabino.
How was your week?
My week was good.
Okay.
Was pretty uneventful until Friday, when at work somebody was talking about. Somebody was talking about start wearing like company, like those t-shirts that like those people that are doing marketing.
The branded
on the road.
one?
Well, no, like that we should be wearing it Monday to Thursday and then wear native on Friday.
Are there like 4 or 5 different shirts or just that one?
I don't know, man. I don't give a fuck. I'm not wearing company's fucking whatever for.
But you
4
have to
days
rep
in a week.
now. No, you should
I
have
can
said
rep,
the person
but-
probably should have said maybe even on Fridays or on Wednesdays or something like one day.
That's a different case, but like every day. And the reason you even gave was like something about uniformity. Kawan. I'm like, bitch,
Oh well.
ain't nobody doing that shit. Then, like, I don't.
So that's like the only interesting thing that happened this week.
My week was pretty average. Although I was like tired of it before I even began. So, how was yours?
My week was good. And then it was not good because every time this week I have been out of the office for one event or the other. And the interesting thing about that is that those events are not like things that are valuable to me. Like I would rather not be there. Like to be very honest, like I don't even see the reason why I have to be at those events in the first place. Yeah.
Well, this was this not the same thing you said last week?
Yeah. I'm just, very tired. And then, but on the whole, it was okay. It was an okay week. I have been thinking about, switching jobs, getting a new job.
Ooh.
And
Sugar mommy.
what is your problem?
Sorry.
And then, so yeah, I've been thinking about that. I gave myself 2 years at this place where I currently work, and then 2 years. It was 2 years in April. So it's more of, I need to, like, I think I've done my bit, so I need to, move out there. And I dropped my letter. An interesting thing is that they have not accepted it yet. I don't know why.
That was interesting to me. Like, how does that work? Like, what do you mean they don't accept it? Like,
Well, I kind of get their point because, I'm very valuable to them. So
yeah, but I get that. But like, is it like?
So it's, I don't know.
Is not their decision. Like,
yeah,
like,
exactly. So I
whole
had to
acceptance
have
thing.
conversations with my direct boss, and of all the conversations I had with all of them, I told them that this is my decision. So it's more of a let me do this for me. And they were telling me some things and giving me some other. Oh, maybe do you want to go on a sabbatical? I feel like it's fine. It's time to do something. It's time to do something else. So that's how my week has been.
Are you scared of like the future? Because like from what I understand, you're making a switch to like a completely different aspect of your
Yeah.
job, right? So like, would that be like easy, or like if it's hard, like success?
So what I
failure,
think,
that kind of
what
thing?
I think is okay. So it's not something totally different. It's more, it's something. Obviously, it's a different
no, I'm just
company,
saying
but
that,
it's
like,
more streamlined in that, something more streamlined and all. I'm like, am I scared? Yes, I am. But then, what I'm at this phase of my life that is like, just do it.
Yeah,
If you
'cause
fail, it's fine. Like, it's okay to fail.
it's okay to fail.
So you know that, I did it. It didn't work out, but I can still do something else. And like I was telling my CEO, because when I was telling him what I'm trying to do, he thought I was just shutting myself out to that advertising world and all of that. I'm like, no, I'm not shutting. Like, it's always been my first love. I started to build this career in this sector. So it will always be my first love. So I'm not, it's not anything like I'm shutting the door or whatever. If it doesn't work, it's fine.
It's fine. And
Like,
if
it's
it
okay to
works.
fail. Although I don't think I'm going to fail.
I don't think you
but-
will fail. I think
Yeah.
I mean, you're dope like
So that's how the week has been. That's how the week has been.
that. Okay.
Basically.
So that's good.
Yeah.
On to the business of the day.
Yeah.
What are we starting with?
So first of all, we
Since you are
want to
leading
talk
today's
about is it the average Nigerian man now, or just generally the Nigerian, or do we even just say the Nigerian
Just the
youth?
Nigerian. I guess we should just say the Nigerian man. Period. Then, like, obviously, we'll talk about it from like our perspective. And,
So the Nigerian man living with financial pressure.
fuck Nigeria. First of all. But so it's a lot. Everybody expects that, like, you should, like, you should just have it. Like, you should have it on check, on lock. Like, you should just, and it's even worse if you're like a first child, or like if you're like me, that you're the first child of a Yoruba family. And like your father is not in the picture, man.
Everybody just expects you to
Bro.
take on that mantle.
Bro,
and
see,
be
my
the
sister
Jesus.
on Thursday, I think, I came back from work. So when I got back home, my sister came because she recently moved in with me. I don't think I said that before on the show, but
Okay.
and we had the whole conversation about what it will be for dinner. You're aware of this conversation. So, and then when we finished, I went inside the room. I was doing my thing. She was doing her thing. And I was like, don't they go like 9:00? Nothing they happen for this dinner.
What's
So I was
going on?
like, what's how far now? What's happening? Dinner. She's like, you have not put on the gen. I'm like, I don't get.
What
does
does
the
that?
gen have to do? She's like, I know, man, I cannot cook inside darkness. Some.
Wow.
I'm like, rishi. Like, so it's, and I get it. Like, if you are like going to live with your elder brother, you want to be, you expect that like everything will be like on point and stuff now. Like, even though it's not, it may not be that way. So everybody expects something, and sometimes, it starts to take a toll on you, and you start to like think. It starts to affect like how you view yourself, how you value yourself.
Like you start to think, am I doing enough? Like, am
Exactly.
I a failure?
Exactly.
What can I do? What am I not doing?
Exactly. And I used to struggle with that for the longest time, because like I used to feel like, sometimes even now, like, it still just crosses my mind. Like I think Drake is 28. Like, there are a bunch of, I think Burna Boy is 27. Like, and I'm 28. So like these are people that like
You're in the same.
we're in the same age bracket, but like
Bracket.
they're miles ahead on the success skill or whatever, right? But so I used to think about it like that. Like, so I used to feel like, am I really, like, I think I'm
doing enough.
like all these things I'm putting myself through, like, is it worth it? Is it going to make any sense at the end of the day to anybody? But then I started to realize that, like, everybody's journey is different,
Yeah, exactly.
and what is going on with somebody else has nothing to do with
What's going on with you?
Do you get? So, and then I also started to just think about it like, we all think that we are going to, grow up, get dope jobs,
and blow.
hammer,
Because
and
that
blow.
was what they taught us in school now. Like, study,
Yeah,
get a
but,
new
like,
job.
what they don't tell you is that, like, it is called that group is called the 1% for a reason.
Right.
Do you understand? Like, the chances that all of us are going to make it to that
At the
1%
same-
are very, very, like, abysmal, right? but for some reason we all have this and we keep chasing it and whatever. So like I just started to become more realistic with myself, and then look at like where I'm at, look around me and see people now, not people like in another realm, maybe like in music or in like whatever, but people that like in my space that do the same kind of things that I do, and like what levels we are at. And then I realized that like, hey,
not doing so
I'm
bad.
not doing bad at all. Like, like I'm actually
okay.
I'm good. I'm okay. Like, it could be better, but I'm not content, but I'm satisfied with what I have. So
like the pressure is there, but you're sort of dealing with it in a more healthy way, and in a way that you understand.
Yeah, by stripping it down. And even sometimes like when my mom asks me for like money or something, or I have to do something for like for now, for example, I have to buy a new mattress for my sister, right? But I've not done that because I don't have the money. Once upon a time, I would have been like tripping and flipping out, and like I'll be so worried and like I'll be anxious and shit.
But now it's like, when I have it.
But now it's like, man, when it comes, I'll sort it out. Like, and if you can't wait till that time, then it's no longer in my hands. So it's just a lot of time you have to strip away like some of the emotion from those kind of decisions, financial decisions, and also sometimes just have to try and look at it like as black and white as possible, because at the end of the day, you are a product of, and this is all Nigerian men, like we need to understand that like you are a product of the environment that you are. So like if you work, let's say 80 hours a week, right, in the US, and that's supposed to net you, let's say $100,000 a year. In Nigeria, if you are working 80 hours a week, same gig, same everything, but it's probably not going to net you the equivalent amount of money in a year. So you're probably going to earn less. Things are more expensive vis-a-vis like inflation, all those things. So all those things. So like, if you don't have money, it's not entirely your fault. Like there's also the function of just the country, society, the location, the geographical,
I agree.
Thing that
I think it must be really hard, because even as a Nigerian woman, like young single Nigerian woman, is actually like the pressure is actually, when you think about it, is a lot as well, because people, especially if you are the one that is doing so well in your family, people just look up to you to different kind of things, and then it's just like people that you don't even know from, like that you have not even heard from in a very long time, will just be asking you for I'm your cousin from this and that, just because they see this person. So I think the pressure is so much. So if you're a Nigerian man and you're listening to what are like your different coping mechanisms? How do you deal with the financial pressure, from family, friends, all around, everywhere?
Just and what makes that whole thing about financial pressure even more interesting is that like when a guy is under pressure, right, he's going to, that pressure that he's under or whatever that he's dealing with is going to affect how he interacts with his family, with his siblings, with his friends, with his significant others, if there are such people, So because you start to feel like Nigeria is like the world is generally like you're a man.
You have to,
have it, blah 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 and all that stuff. So when you don't, I think
it's also like you mentioned, the society, like patriarchy and all of that, because there's always already so much pressure on the Nigerian, like on the man generally. Period. Like he's supposed to do this and that. So when a man sees that he's not living up to that societal expectations, they begin to get. I think that was one of the reasons why a lot of them go into depression, commit suicide, and all of that. The pressure is just a lot, and they don't know how to deal with it. They don't get it. Like you've sort of figured it out now. Like you think about those people in your space, and then you think about how I'm not doing so badly, and then you also think about the society generally. It's not like the society is very favorable for you, but a lot of people still struggle with that bit.
Yeah. But for you, as a woman, like I'm sure you've dealt with like either your friends or male figures in your life that like are going through some sort of financial situation. How does that affect like how they interact with you, or like your relationship with those people, and how do you, like if you know that that's the reason, like how do you handle it? It's
not only you, like you're not alone. Do you understand? Like it's fine. You're pressurized. I'm also pressurized. A lot of people are also pressurized. And this is not like, it's not from a place of my problem is bigger than your problem or we are the same problem. No, nothing like that. It's more of the, like we're in this together. So let's just live and let live and do whatever it is that we can do. I know life gets so overwhelming sometimes. I'm just like, you know what, let's just hug each other and, you know, sing Kumbaya or something. Because, you know, so basically I deal with that. I deal with it like I try to make them understand, maybe verbally or not, that we're in this together. So it's not a problem. Like it's a problem, but it's not a problem. So it's cool. Like we'll get through this.
What if somebody that you're dating?
What if what?
When somebody you're married to, and they have a financial problem, and then Baba just comes out from work and they're just angry. Why you fried the wrong egg and you boiled the wrong egg? What the hell is this?
I mean, if I'm financially good, I could it's a partnership now. It's a we're a team, so we're gonna work it out either way. Niggas, I mean, it's just money and it's just finances.
Niggas are going to be listening to this shit and be like, "It's me happy handle. It's in there happen. You know how to do."
Like it's fine. Money, it's cool. We'll be good. We'll
Niggas
be great.
Will track you.
I don't have money, I'm just saying generally.
But yeah, you know, guys, try and just
be easy on yourself.
Be easy on yourself, man. Yes, you know, fuck ups happen, shit happens, but like it's not entirely always your fault. And even if it's your fault, like you know, it's okay. Like failure is okay. It's okay to be broke sometimes. It's okay to be whatever sometimes.
Yeah,
so.
It's okay. It's totally fine. Like we're trying to figure this out together. So let's just, you know, take it as it comes and don't beat yourself up over it. Yeah, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah. What else is on the menu?
So we want to talk about the Airtel ad.
And
it's interesting because these ads are not like new ads. Like it's a series. I'm talking about the Airtel series now. That one with I'll give a backstory. That one with the family. Like it's a series. It's not like just that ad. You know, we've seen.
Are they all connected?
Yeah, they're all connected. So
it's a story.
Yeah, it's a story.
Oh shit! I had no idea.
Oh, it's a story. So quick backstory. Airtel has this series that basically they're trying to sell. Yeah, but they're trying to sell 3G and 4G. So they use one family to portray 3G and use another family to portray 4G. Although it's like a family that is together. So there's the guy and the girl that are married. Then their parents, their mothers now are like what they used to represent. 3G and 4G.
So why is this a
bone of contention? Yeah, it's a bone of contention because in the past week there was a babe on Twitter that talked about the ad. I think
the babe that was mad.
The Phoenix thread or something. The Phoenix or something like that. She did a thread anyways about the ad and how it has been annoying her the way they are portraying the women. That they portray the Yoruba woman as the dumb one, while they portray the Igbo woman as the one that can use technology.
I never really even thought of that. I never seen those ads and thought, oh, Igbo versus Yoruba.
Yeah, so so one of the questions I wanted to ask, but you already answered. I wanted to ask you that: is it okay to see two tribes when looking at the ad? Is it okay to see two tribes when looking at the ad?
I mean, you can, but I don't know, Sha. I just never thought of it.
I don't think it's totally wrong for people to see two tribes. Yeah, it's not like. This
actually can't remember the ad now, but are there?
So they're like different ads. So this is why I'm coming to. I don't blame people for seeing two different, tribes, because for the Yoruba woman there was an ad, or there was a series of ads that were tailored to her and her son, where she was speaking Yoruba. If you can remember that ad where she was calling her son and was saying, I saw what you gave to me in Yoruba. Thank you. This. And then in another space, the Igbo woman I think she spoke Igbo to her daughter. So I get that people can actually, think about it like different, tribes and all of that. And then I think one of the things that people need to understand again is that this ad, I work in advertising, yeah? So I know that this thing came from consumer insights. Like there is no way they would, think about it. Like Yoruba women are usually the traditional ones. So imagine if you have measles now, and you go to the pharmacy and you say you want to buy it, or you call your mom and you say you have measles. What's she going to tell you? She'll say, come home. I have this mixture thing that can, cure it, and which is totally fine. Like Yoruba women are like the ones that are more traditional, that can go down in tradition, do things traditional way. It's not totally bad that people are seeing it that way, but I think it's interesting that people are having conversations around it anyways, because now we're learning and unlearning. So a lot of people are voicing out and giving their own opinions and all of that. But one thing that struck me was that generally this ad is great, or this series of ads are great and all of that. But if they ask you that, what is the number that Airtel said you should dial? Do you remember?
I don't know.
Even I don't remember. I'm sure anybody listening would think about it now. Like, they're talking about 3G and 4G, yeah? But nobody sees that. Like, at the end of the day, the absolute message in that ad, I don't know that they are communicating. I don't know that people are getting it. They only get 3G is better than 4G. Okay, cool. How do I move from 3G to 4G? I don't know that anybody remembers that code.
But that doesn't necessarily make the ad a bad ad.
Oh, no, it's not bad.
Like, if one dimension of what they are trying to sell, which is 3G is better than 4G, has already been achieved.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, people should be able to pick out something from the ad as in relation to the brand. And I know that people are going to pick out 3G and 4G. But for you to do that, like make that switch from 3G to 4G, what exactly do you need to do?
Yeah. Maybe Airtel needs to look into that going forward. Maybe they should come and talk to you.
and a lot of people are saying if you were Airtel, they will come out and say, I don't think they need to say anything because this, if we are being honest, this ad was based on consumer insight. I
thought they were more realistic, one of the more realistic ads like out there. Like
yes,
it seemed like the things they were doing were things that could happen, like for real. So I like. I don't know what the whole opera. I saw that girl's tweet and she was like something that portraying somebody as stupid and something else. But like if he's like 3G versus 4G, like it's just a statement of facts that 3G is, and it's not like you people are that. Are that progressive?
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, so exactly, it's consumer insight.
What's the forage?
So I don't know that Airtel needs to even come out and say anything about it because do you know what it takes before this ad? Like a lot of people just say things and I just smile. Before they would have aired this ad. Do you know the process, like the approval process it would have gone through?
But then Maggie
do you know the people that would have read
that
script over and over again?
But Maggie put out that ad, the one that was like. The woman.
That's what I'm saying. That which is not which is also consumer insight.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I get that, right? But like people were like, oh, patriarchy.
It is consumer insight, and then people were talking about it now because we're learning and unlearning, and because we're trying to break that stereotype of.
So it is good that those conversations are happening.
Absolutely. I think it gives it wakes people up. Like people begin to think about they begin to think about other dimensions, like because before it's just like this is how it is and this is the way it should be. But this kind of conversations begin to allow people be more like they have a broader mind. Yeah. They think broader now. Yeah. They're able to see things from different dimensions and various.
I just wish that like those conversations were not only had like on social media. I wish there was a way for like more. Like the more layman average people like engaging in these kind of conversations that kind of challenge how we think about things in society and just in general, because Nigeria needs a lot of that.
In relation to Nigerian women anyways, in relation to Nigerian women as well, like the Abuja, rape thing that we talked about. Shout out to the women that came out this week, everywhere, everybody just came out.
London.
Like,
shout out to Caro, Duchess KK.
Yeah.
That's great. They cannot tell us when to go. If I want to be outside at 10 o'clock, I'll be outside at 10 o'clock. And the police will protect me because I pay my taxes. I was like, yes! Yeah, come on, let them know.
I like that, these kind of conversations are going from online, like at seeping through offline. But I think we need to also do more offline, things and all of that. Like
quickly, from the world of technology, have you been seeing the Jumia stuff?
Take a lead on this one, okay?
Oh.
I allow you to take a lead on this one. Yeah, I have been saying it.
Thanks, Your Highness. So, everybody knows Jumia, the quote-unquote so-called Amazon of Nigeria, etc. Not been profitable, blah, blah, raised a shit ton of funding, and has IPO'd, right? So they've become public on the New York Stock Exchange. And then some research firm, which is notoriously questionable. This firm that did this research, that published research, is notoriously questionable. And they said, Jumia hit a lot of numbers, changed a lot of things, kind of lied to the regulators in the US about their IPO details, blah, 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 blah. And so there's a whole fraud. And there's a whole fraud thing going around with Jumia now. And there's this lady, this Cameroonian lady, entrepreneur, very successful, Africa Techie, that's her handle on Twitter.
Yeah.
And her whole thing was, she has been skeptical about Jumia from day one, but now she's not even concerned about whether it's fraud or it's not fraud, but it's the fact that, like, because it's now fraud, like, don't forget that they were attached at saying that, Jumia is the first African startup.
Yeah.
So she's just against that narrative because she said she saw this kind of thing coming out. And so it's not a good look because we already have enough problems as it is. We don't want to become the first, people to like defraud the SEC and stuff like that. So Jumia is,
going through it. Yeah. Do you think they'll come out of it?
They're going through it. I guess. I mean, it's a huge, gigantic company. They have a lot of.
When I first started out my career, I wanted to work at Jumia. In fact, I interviewed. I got to the final stage, meeting with the CEO, and everything was great.
But you never got the offer.
I never got it. I never got back, heard back from them. I kept calling, sending emails. And that point was when, I was like, I needed a job so bad. God. I didn't even care. Do you know?
The gaslight.
Plus the way the interview started, like the stages, like, do you know how many people came for that interview, like the first stage? Then they gave us another one, type on the computer. It was customer service. They told us to pronounce some words. They told us to do a lot of things. And then, after that, then you move to this, you move to that. It was not the last stage. They're already giving me like this. I was like,
It's sure for you.
Like, it was even only me. I know that they would have given other people, told other people to also come in. Yeah. But like the day I met the CEO, it was only me. So he gave me that impression of, you're the last person. We just want to hear, we just want you to meet with the CEO and then you will get the job and whatever. But I never got heard back from them. It was ridiculous. I hope that they come out of this anyways, because I have good friends that are still working there.
Jumia is actually,
it would be very unfortunate for them to lose their job.
Quite important from kind of like that standpoint, because a lot of people, even current entrepreneurs that have hugely successful businesses, all worked or went through Jumia. Even Adekunle fucking Gold worked at Jumia at one point.
Yeah, so it was like this dream. It was like
that kind of like lists out all their whatever. So
the people who was
So I hope that whole thing gets cleared out. Me personally, even as a tech journalist before, I was always like, I don't get it because they have raised a shit ton of money. The fact that Jumia is the only like popular or common e-commerce platform that we know continent wide is proof that this e-commerce thing is fucking hard to crack in this, so I don't, on one hand I get like it's a difficult business to do, but on the other hand it's like you've raised all this money
and then you've been here to this point,
you get to this point and then you're not profitable, and then there's just a lot of, and then the way that like they structure themselves, like the headquarters in somewhere, dev team is in another place.
It's like positioning, like brand positioning was.
It's the whole like white dimension to it, rocket internet. It's just, I don't know. Jumia is just, I hope they figure it out. At the end of the day, that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And then also Google launched or announced a smartphone this week, Google Pixel 3a. So it's kind of like the Google Pixel 3, which is their flagship.
Yeah.
The one that has the best camera in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is, I know, you're taking off Fuad's phone.
Yes. Yes.
Well, Fuad's phone is actually a Pixel 2.
Oh, 2. That's 2.
Yeah. So they launched kind of like a light. How they always have something light, Kinikon light.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a light version of that device, and it's just $400, which is like I did the math. It's like $143, 43,000 naira, and it has the same camera as the Pixel 3. So. Fingers crossed. If you be saying the next base, say wow, good.
You're thinking of getting it?
Yes, now because my iPhone is already crying and weeping. It's ready to go. Bro.
You're ready to go, Abby?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
But yeah, back to you since you're in charge. Are we rounding up?
So yeah, we're rounding up.
Hope you guys enjoyed this.
We hope you enjoyed this. If there's anything that you want us to talk about, or if there's something we talked about that you want to, drop your thoughts about,
or if you find Jemima's accent
or if you
funny.
find Akidare annoying, if you think he needs to shift, he needs to move, if you think you need to have only me on this podcast on one episode, just send us a Gmail, send us an email. Oh, can you allow me to concentrate?
Women
And just
are tough.
send us a Gmail. Send us an email, theshrinepodcast@gmail.com.
Yes.
Instagram is theshrine.pod and Twitter is
Yes.
@theshrinepod. So let us
Yes.
know your thoughts. Let us know what you think so far. Let us just know if you love us. Or if you love me. Sorry, not if you love me. And then till we'll come.
So
to
now
you
you're fishing for
again.
compliments. That's what it is.
Till we come to you again next time, it's bye from me, Jemima.
Let's all say I've been radio as Oromagbesi. Wonderful.
It's bye
Anyways.
from me, Jemima. Have a great week.
And it's bye from me, Akindare. You all have a great week. Peace.
Adios.